Beneath a sea of molten fire, where even time itself seemed to have melted away, an ancient silence lay waiting. It was a place untouched for 10,000 years, guarded not by walls or seals, but by beings born before history remembered fear. When one man stepped into that abyss, the magma stirred, the void awakened, and a forgotten god opened its eyes. If you enjoy my way of explaining and storytelling, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really motivates me to keep creating. A crimson flame surged violently within the magma sea. Xiao folded his arms before his chest, his gaze calm as it swept across the densely packed mysterious creatures surrounding him. A faint chuckle escaped his lips as he spoke with casual ease. Since there is a guardian here, may I ask, what exactly are you guarding? Human, leave immediately, or die. The eyes of the two snow-white fire lizard men were filled with icy killing intent as they fixed their gazes on Xiao. Those unfamiliar words were spoken slowly, stiffly, as though dragged from ancient memories. At the sound of their voices, the surrounding lizard folk revealed savage glints in their eyes. Their scales darkened, visibly exuding a ferocious aura. Xiao expression remained tranquil. The surging, murderous intent around him failed to stir even the slightest ripple in his composure. Had he encountered such a lineup in the past, he would have likely been frightened out of his wits. But now, two mere Ban Shengs, along with a group of insignificant experts, posed no real threat to him at all. I will reach the bottom of this magma sea today, no matter what. Xiao laughed softly. His body did not move, yet a vast and majestic spiritual fluctuation erupted from between his brows, spreading outward at lightning speed. Buzz, buzz. The magma sea suddenly trembled violently as the spiritual wave expanded. A faint humming sound echoed through the depths. In the next instant, the bodies of countless fire lizard men quivered uncontrollably. A heaven-shaking spiritual pressure surged from the depths of their souls, forcing them to tremble in fear. Their formation collapsed into complete chaos. The expressions of the two white fire lizard men changed drastically. Before they could even let out a sharp cry, the magma before them suddenly exploded. An indescribably vast and tyrannical force slammed mercilessly into their bodies. Bang! Magma waves soared tens of thousands of feet into the air. The two white lizard men were blasted backward, blood spraying from their mouths as shock flooded their eyes while they stared at Xiao. Get lost. Xiao expression turned cold. A thunderous shout erupted from his lips, carrying within it an overwhelming spiritual force that spread violently outward. In an instant, the magma sea within 100,000 feet churned into towering waves. Bang, bang, bang. The sound reverberated as countless fire lizard men were sent flying in all directions. Yet Xiao had controlled his strength with precision. Though he had forced them back, he had not taken their lives. After all, this was an unfamiliar land, and reckless slaughter could easily trigger unforeseen consequences. No matter how one looked at it, this place might very well be the remnant left behind by the last Dodi of the Dochi continent. Caution was undoubtedly the wisest choice. The magma sea was turned upside down by Xiao might. The once ferocious fire lizard men retreated far away, shock written plainly across their faces as they stared at that demon godlike figure from a distance. That terrifying spiritual pressure made even their souls tremble. Any who dare intrude upon the tomb of the god shall suffer divine punishment. The two white fire lizard men swallowed the blood in their mouths and roared hoarsely. Faced with such threats, Xiao merely smiled faintly. In his heart he grew ever more certain something truly extraordinary lay hidden at the bottom of this magma sea. The tomb of the god they spoke of was very likely the Toshi ancient god mansion. A blazing heat flared within Xiao eyes at the thought. He licked his lips and cast his gaze toward the pitch-black magma below. At the end of that seemingly bottomless abyss, something terrifying appeared to linger, something that made one's paws instinctively tighten. Hopefully, I'm not wrong, Xiao murmured softly. His body moved, transforming into a streak of fiery light as he shot downward toward the depths of the magma at lightning speed. The fire lizard men hesitated as they watched his retreating figure. In the end, however, none dared to intervene. The earlier scene had made it abundantly clear, had Xiao not shown mercy, they would all have already perished. Foolish human. You are courting death. The two white lizard men exchanged glances, snorted coldly, then sank into the magma and swiftly disappeared into the distance. With the obstruction gone, Xiao speed increased dramatically. Yet no matter how astonishingly fast he moved, the end of the magma sea still eluded him. The path ahead grew viscous and blurred, distorted by endless rippling magma. Xiaoyan frowned slightly but did not give up. The depth of this magma sea had far exceeded his expectations. This was no longer something that could be created by mere human strength. Perhaps only those who had reached that realm possessed such an ability. I refuse to believe there is truly no end to this magma. A low laugh escaped Xiaoyan's throat as his body streaked forward like a meteor. Wherever he passed, a vacuum formed, and the magma within it was shattered into nothingness. Bang, bang, bang. Xiaoyan charged through the magma with ease. At some unknown moment, the surrounding magma gradually shifted from blazing red to absolute black. Once it reached this color, Xiaoyan's speed slowed significantly. A mysterious heat was concealed within this black magma, an energy so profound that even the purifying demonic lotus flame could not refine it easily in a short time. As the environment changed, Xiaoyan's eyes flickered rapidly. A sudden premonition surged within his heart, causing the caution in his gaze to deepen. He immediately halted his descent. Puff! The magma around him erupted violently as he came to an abrupt stop. Xiaoyan stared straight ahead. According to his spiritual perception, this place seemed to be the end of the magma sea, and yet all he could see was endless magma. His eyes flashed. Suddenly, Xiaoyan extended his hand. The purifying demonic lotus flame surged over his palm and gently touched the magma before him. Buzz! The magma rippled the instant his hand made contact, and then his hand vanished completely, as though it had touched the boundary of another realm. A hidden realm. At the bottom of the magma, Xiaoyan inhaled sharply. Even with his current abilities, constructing such a realm would not be easy. It was likely that even Hun Tiandi or Gu Yuan would find it extraordinarily difficult to accomplish something like this. The Toshi ancient god truly lives up to his name. Xiaoyan chuckled softly, shock rippling through his usually calm heart. In the last 10,000 years, only a true Du-Di could have achieved such a feat. At this moment, Xiaoyan was already 80% certain this was the location of the Toshi ancient god mansion. Wild excitement surged within his dark eyes. After only a brief hesitation, Xiaoyan clenched his teeth and stepped forward, striding strides carrying him directly into the hidden realm beneath the magma. The deafening roar of flowing magma vanished the instant he entered that mysterious space. A dim, silent, seemingly endless realm appeared before him. This world had remained undisturbed for an unknowably long span of time, permeated by an ancient, desolate aura. Xiaoyan slowly swept his gaze across the surroundings. The space was utterly empty, nothing out of the ordinary in sight. He frowned slightly and advanced cautiously. After flying through the void for several minutes, Xiaoyan finally stopped. His eyes focused on a distant point where a faint cluster of light hovered. He hesitated briefly before flying toward it. As he drew closer, the scene within the light gradually revealed itself. It was a stone door, a colossal stone door hundreds of thousands of feet tall. The ancient door stood silently in the void as though it had existed since eternity itself. A desolate, primeval aura spread from it, rippling across the heavens. Before the stone door lay an equally vast square. Xiaoyan halted at a considerable distance, his gaze fixed upon this mysterious sight within the dim realm. For a brief moment, he found himself utterly speechless. Standing before the towering stone door, Xiaoyan felt as small as an ant. An unconscious sense of reverence surged within his heart. Yet almost immediately a deep caution followed. This stone door stirred an uncontrollable impulse within him. This place was unfathomably mysterious and dangerous. His eyes slowly traced the surface of the door before stopping at its summit. There, 3 ancient characters were engraved. The moment his gaze settled upon them, his pupils shrank violently, his heart pounding like thunder. Ancient God Mansion. The characters were not ornate or grand, yet they carried an indescribable weight, as though an endless night capable of governing the world lay within them. "I've finally found you." The smile at the corner of Xiaoyan's mouth widened uncontrollably as he stared at those ancient words. But the smile lasted only an instant. A sudden chill crept into his heart as though something was watching him. Xiaoyan's expression slowly turned solemn. His eyes swept the surroundings, yet he detected nothing. Moments later, his gaze sharpened. He lowered his head slowly. At the same time, a pillar of flame shot forth from his fingertip. The pillar of fire illuminated the dark realm. Xiao Yan's eyes hardened and then froze completely. He stared at the space below his blood, seeming to turn cold. This is... In the profound silence, Xiao Yan felt as though his skin was about to explode. Bright firelight illuminated the space, one that seemed to have been buried in darkness for 10,000 years. Yet despite the blazing radiance of the flame, a chill crept uncontrollably over Xiao Yan's body. That coldness did not come from the void itself. It originated from the enormous existence lurking in the dark space below. It was an indescribably colossal creature lying motionless within the empty darkness. Xiao Yan's gaze traced along its massive form, yet even then, he could not see its end before the darkness swallowed his vision. The mysterious creature was entirely purple-gold in color. Icy metallic scales covered its body, exuding a hardness akin to divine steel. Xiao Yan floated in the void, unable to behold the creature in its entirety. From this alone, one could imagine just how unimaginably vast it was. In all his years of experience, this was the first time Xiao Yan had ever seen a being of such terrifying proportions. Despite decades of tempering that allowed him to maintain firm control over his emotions, Xiao Yan was still profoundly shaken by the sudden realization that a creature capable of devouring the heavens lay hidden beneath him. Who could have imagined that such a terrifying existence would dwell within this silent realm, a place that appeared utterly devoid of life? Gulp. Xiao Yan swallowed involuntarily. A sheen of cold sweat formed on his forehead as he carefully observed the immense creature below. Even with his perception, he could not discern what kind of being it truly was. I cannot stay here. Now that he had confirmed the ancient god mansion was indeed hidden beneath the magma world, Xiao Yan immediately decided to withdraw. Although the colossal creature appeared motionless, almost lifeless, his die-state soul keenly detected a trace of danger. An aura no weaker than that of Hun Tiandi or Gu Yuan. Lingering here was far too risky. The wisest course of action was to gather his people and bring Gu Yuan along before probing the ancient god mansion any further. As this thought crossed his mind, Xiao Yan slowly began to retreat. However, after he had taken barely 10 steps back, the massive body beneath him trembled ever so slightly. The movement was faint, yet it caused Xiao Yan's pupils to contract violently. He knew his perception could not be wrong. There was only one explanation. This mysterious creature was still alive. The instant this realization struck him, Xiao Yan's retreat speed skyrocketed. Within the dark void, a pair of enormous eyes, long closed, suddenly snapped open. A faint crimson glow flickered within those eyes. They were solemn and ancient, and each eye alone was hundreds of times larger than Xiao Yan himself. The moment those eyes opened, they locked onto Xiao Yan. At the same time, an overwhelmingly terrifying pressure descended upon him, instantly slowing his retreat as though he had fallen into a mire. Xiao Yan's expression changed drastically. He immediately activated his die-state soul, only then, barely alleviating the suffocating pressure. Tomb Raider, did you bring the ancient jade? The space itself trembled as Xiao Yan's spiritual strength surged. A voice so deep and powerful that it shook the void resounded suddenly. Xiao Yan clenched his fists and stared at the massive eyes hidden within the darkness. They gazed back at him with icy indifference, utterly devoid of emotion. I entered this place by accident, Xiao Yan said solemnly, clasping his hands in a respectful salute. If I have caused any disturbance, please forgive me. I will withdraw at once. No ancient jade? The voice echoed again. Xiao Yan keenly sensed disappointment within it, and beneath that a chilling, murderous intent. This is bad. Xiao Yan's expression changed drastically. Without hesitation, the purifying demonic lotus flame enveloped his body, while a pair of bone wings burst forth from his back. He retreated at full speed. If you do not have it, then remain here. The indifferent voice resounded once more. In the next instant, the entire space shook violently. Brilliant purple-golden pillars of light tore through the darkness, piercing the void as they shot mercilessly toward Xiao Yan. More! Xiao Yan's eyes turned cold. His hand seals shifted rapidly, and an enormous spiritual avatar appeared behind him. It opened its mouth wide, unleashing a terrifying spiritual assault that swept in from all directions, colliding head-on with the purple-golden light pillar. Boom! A violent storm erupted within the space. Mo! Mo! The storm raged, yet the purple light remained unextinguished. Xiao Yan's yellow spring divine anger, empowered by his die-state soul, failed to shatter it. His expression grew even more solemn as his hand seals changed once again, sending two more ferocious spiritual shockwaves surging forth. Bang! Bang! The shockwaves smashed heavily into the purple light. This time it finally shattered, but Xiaoyan himself was blasted backward tens of thousands of feet by the remaining force. What terrifying strength! Shock surged through Xiaoyan's heart. A casual attack alone had forced him to exhaust nearly all his strength to defend. This mysterious creature was absolutely no weaker than Hun Tiandi or Gu Yuan. Die State Soul. The voice from the darkness carried a hint of surprise. Xiaoyan paid it no heed. Borrowing the recoil, he rushed once more toward the exit of the realm. Swoosh! As he flared at high speed, a sharp gust suddenly surged from behind. Xiaoyan's peripheral vision caught a flash of purple-gold light. It condensed rapidly into a mysterious light seal, which smashed toward him with devastating force. Damn it! Xiaoyan's expression shifted again as he sensed the terrifying power contained within the seal. Clenching his fists, he instantly formed two six-colored extermination fire lotuses and hurled them backward without even turning his head. Bang! Bang! The fire lotuses detonated against the light seal firewaves, surging violently. Yet the seal did not even tremble. Immediately after, a beam of light shot out from within it, racing toward Xiaoyan at lightning speed. Xiaoyan remained cautious. He turned around sharply, his hands dancing as the purifying demonic lotus flame condensed into layers of pink crystalline shields before him. Crack! Crack! The light beam arrived in the blink of an eye, smashing through the fire crystals inch by inch. Those crystals, once incomparably sturdy, collapsed with shocking ease. The beam then slammed heavily into Xiaoyan's body. Grach! Xiaoyan's face flushed crimson as fresh blood burst from his mouth. His body was sent flying backward once more, propelled by the impact. Mochi! His blood splattered onto the distant light seal, producing sizzling sounds as it burned. Stay behind and accompany me. The mysterious creature had no intention of letting Xiaoyan escape. The light seal whistled sharply as it pursued him once more. Xiaoyan silently cursed his misfortune. This opponent was far too troublesome. He lifted his head and stared at the trembling space ahead. Once he passed through the exit, he would finally be free of this monster. You possess a die-state soul, yet your body is merely at the 7-star Dosheng level. Would it not be laughable if I allowed you to escape? Just as Xiaoyan felt a flicker of hope at his proximity to the exit, the space above his head shook violently. Light tore through the void and smashed straight down toward him. If struck, he would undoubtedly suffer grievous injuries. However, just before the light seal descended, the blood clinging to it suddenly vaporized. In its place, a single trace of golden blood remained flowing slowly along the surface of the seal. Buzz, buzz! The moment that golden blood appeared, the enormous body hidden in the darkness trembled violently. A long-forgotten sensation shattered the chains of slumber and spread through its being. Buzz! The light seal halted abruptly, stopping mere dozens of feet above Xiaoyan's head. Yet the pressure alone caused the surrounding space to explode. This sudden turn of events startled Xiaoyan as well. His eyes flashed as he transformed into a streak of light and shot forward. In just a few flashes, he reached the edge of the realm, rushed through, and vanished. The light seal did not pursue him. Within the darkness, the pair of colossal eyes stared silently at the lingering golden blood upon the seal. A sense of loss lingered in those eyes for a long, long time. The light seal drifted slowly upward, hovering before one of the massive eyes. The golden blood dripped down, seeping into it. Gradually, the lost expression vanished. Those once cold and indifferent eyes began to ripple with unmistakable joy. Blood. There is the scent of the child. An earth-shattering roar erupted within the silent realm. The colossal body, motionless for thousands of years, suddenly moved, slamming violently into the surrounding space. Yet a faint light surfaced across the realm, hardening the void itself like an unbreakable prison. Tosha, ancient god, you bastard! The creature roared furiously, turning its head toward the ancient stone door floating in the air. Rage and unwillingness shook the space as its thunderous voice reverberated endlessly. However, the ancient stone door remained utterly silent, unchanging, as it had been since time immemorial. That's all for today's content. See you in the next part. Support me by becoming a member. It will give me more motivation. Thank you so much.